what an era. What a time to be around, man. The KD Warriors, man. I hate really talking about it. I hate really, like, hearing it, seeing it, man, because it's just like, KD, bro, if KD never left, bro, we probably would have been at, Curry would have had 6 rings right now, probably, most likely. That shit is just insane, man, but everything happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying? We still won 1 without him, you know what I'm saying? We won 2 without him, but, like, we won 1 after him, you feel me? But, hey, man, how good was prime Golden State actually? We all know how good they were, bro. Nobody was beating them in the league. You know what I'm saying? The Raptors were not beating us. If KD never got injured, if Klay never got injured, it's going to Game 7. You feel me? But if KD was there, bro, they're not beating us. You know what I'm saying? The Cavs, nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was beating us. You feel me? But hey, bro.
They once featured 5 All-Stars in their starting lineup. They were
even KD on the Warriors today would be insane. Like, we would be pretty fair with teams, but we would be like competing. Like, we would be as good as Denver. We'd be as good as you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say the Lakers, but like the Celtics, like niggas like that, because you know we would have other supporting cast around us. Like, you feel me? If KD was still on the Warriors, bro.
Offensively, then Shaq on low block. They won 15 straight playoff games in dominant.
Imagine, bro, we would have had KD and we would have still got Poole.
Were a literal force to be reckoned with.
I think Poole was drafted the year after KD left.
As good as we remember them, or have we seen better in NBA history? The Warriors super team shattered so many NBA records you've probably never even heard of. See, if you're like most avid NBA fans, you probably think of Jordan's Bulls, Magic's Lakers, or Bird's Celtics as the most dominant NBA team ever.
Yeah, right.
Let me tell you that you couldn't be further from the truth. Because there was one team that came out of nowhere and created the most unstoppable, high-powered offense that every other team in the league had no answer for.
This is why KD wanted to play with us.
This team had one of the highest point differentials in not just the NBA, but
and I already know what y'all gonna be saying in the comments. Oh, he a bandwagon, Bro, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can call me that shit all you want. I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start watching basketball. I said this in one of my videos, bro. I didn't start watching basketball until 2015. I didn't even watch, you know what I'm saying, the rise of Curry. Like you know what I'm saying, 2013, 2014 is really when people say, like, they started to notice Curry was really that nigga. I didn't even get to see that. You feel me? I watched the first finals appearance versus the Cavs, bro. That was my first basketball game I ever actually, like, sat down and watched. And I don't even remember, bro. I just remember I had no school one night. And I just, like, or some shit. I don't even know if it was the final. I think it was just a regular game. I don't remember, bro. I just remember it was late as fuck at night, and I just turned on TV, and I just saw it, and I just started watching. I was like, damn, I ain't gonna lie. The niggas in the blue jerseys is cooking. And I just picked them, bro. Like, I ain't know shit about basketball. I ain't know nothing, bro. And people still gonna call me a bandwagon, bro. I've been rocking with them since. We had dark days. I was still a fan. I watched every game in the COVID years. I watched every game when it was trash, and it was only Draymond out there. I watched every game, bro. So, like, can't call me a fake fan, bro. I just wasn't watching basketball from before.
And they were even more physically imposing defensively, holding one of the best offenses ever to just
Clay.
34% shooting and 20 turnovers in an NBA Finals game. And
I'm gonna speed this up though, because bro kind of talking kind of slow.
Basketball ever, winning an impossible 207 games through 3 seasons. They shattered the NBA record for an average margin victory throughout a single postseason with 16.3. But the biggest and most unbelievable fact of them all: this team was this close to becoming the first team ever with a perfect 16-0 record through the entire playoffs, ultimately finishing 15-1, a new NBA record when the Dubs set it back in 2017.
Yeah,
but my goodness, how did the Golden State Warriors even reach this level so quickly? Well, to really know how the Warriors held the NBA hostage for so many years, you have to understand how it all started. Let's go back to the summer of 2013. The Golden State Warriors were coming off a more than solid season, winning 47 games and taking the dynastic San Antonio Spurs,
I did see David Lee in that cut.
Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Kawhi Leonard to a hard-fought 6-game series. Now, though the Warriors were still head and shoulders below,
obviously I seen this, but I'm saying, like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying, in real time, I didn't see it.
Memphis, and Oklahoma City. The NBA knew they would soon be a force to be reckoned with once the young Steph, Klay, and Draymond would grow up a little more. In order for the Warriors to take that next step, they had to make some changes. None bigger than the Andre Iguodala signing in July that went largely unnoticed at the time. Though the only notable move they made was bringing Iggy on board.
But Iggy was tough, though. I don't know why it went unnoticed.
At this point, Steph Curry was still thought of as injury-prone and frail, which is why health was the biggest factor in whether or not the Warriors would make any noise. So, in came the 2013-14 season. The Warriors hit the season with momentum and carried that energy throughout most of the season, winning an impressive 51 games. Steph Curry had his best season as a pro, averaging 24 points and 9 assists on a scorching 42% from 3. Not far behind Steph was veteran big man David Lee, who averaged a more than solid 18.
Bro was tough. David Lee was tough,
man. It's simple to start an LLC in 3 easy steps. Your business
points per game. And to round it off, 23-year-old Klay Thompson also broke out, averaging 18 points on 42% shooting, officially cementing the Warriors as the best.
That's what it
backcourt
was,
in the
bro.
NBA.
Like, that's what it is about Klay, man. Like, Klay can still, like, Klay is probably averaging, like, 18 right now. You feel me? It's just not efficient at all. It's just not efficient at all. You know what I'm saying? That's what made Klay so dangerous. I don't think people talk about Klay fell off and everything, like, and all this shit. It's just like he did, but it's literally only with, like, consistency. Because that nigga used to be a sharpshooter. Every time he shot that shit, you thought that shit was going in. Nowadays, you know what I'm saying? He shoot that bitch, you like, oh, that one's probably off. You know what I'm saying? You never used to say that about Klay, bro. That's what's crazy. At least me personally. He was more of a lethal shooter than Curry was to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro just made everything.
And already the greatest shooting backcourt of all time. While all of this was going on, the Warriors were really good on the court. Stephen Curry kept establishing himself as a star. Klay Thompson was having a superb season as a shooter and an on-ball defender.
Defense don't like that no more,
was
though.
a tremendous addition to the team.
This play was so crazy.
David Lee played an excellent veteran role, and Draymond Green emerged as a valuable two-way asset. Andrew Bogut played 67 games, the most games he played in 5 years, and was a monster on defense. But despite their great success in the regular season, the Warriors didn't even make it as far in the postseason as they did a year earlier, losing to the Lob City LA Clippers as the CP3-Steph rivalry only grew louder. But what if I told you that this minor setback was destined to create the biggest and most unexpected comeback? What if I told you that this underwhelming finish to the season was the fire starter to a brand new era in the NBA? In the summer of 2014, the Warriors were in for some changes. Even though the rest of the NBA was salivating at the chance of landing free agent superstar LeBron James, the Warriors had other things in mind, beginning with the sudden firing of head coach Mark Jackson, though
Mark Jackson was a good
Jackson
coach,
had a long time falling out with the front office. In free agency, the Warriors made another under-the-radar move that would pay off.
I don't even think he was a coach after this.
Adding Sean Livingston to back up Steph Curry. And even though there were reports that the Warriors were interested in packaging Klay Thompson and David Lee to bring in all-star forward Kevin Love, the Warriors stood pat. In the 2014-15 season, the Warriors were all gas, no brakes, shocking the NBA with a 16-2 start to the season. Steve Kerr was the voice the team needed, as the Warriors became just the third team in the last 38 years joining the 72-win Bulls and 2010 Magic to rank in the top 2 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. They outscored their opponents by 11.4 points per 100 possessions, the 4th best mark of the last 38 years.
Look at Klay.
Trailing the 72-win Bulls, the 1997 Bulls, and the 08 Celtics. Steph, the once injury-prone point guard turned league MVP, wrapped up one of the best individual seasons ever. Only two players at the time had averaged at least 23.5 points, 7.5 assists, and 2 steals while appearing in at least 70 games, MJ and Allen Iverson. Steph also had the highest true shooting percentage of any guard to attempt at least 1,000 shots and 300 free throws in a single season. This dude was a literal cheat code. And by the way, Andre Iguodala went from 6th man to a key cog in the system. But given how the past couple of seasons has ended, it was clearly all about the postseason. Would the Warriors be in for another postseason disappointment? Not a chance. In the postseason, Steph and Klay continued the total but the difference maker was Draymond Green. Draymond posted one of the most
and that's the thing,
complete
bro. I ain't gonna lie.
stat lines
Draymond don't get enough credit. You feel me? Like, Draymond really don't get enough credit, even today, bro. That's why it was hard to see Poole go, but I understand why they did not get rid of Draymond. You know what I'm saying? Like, Draymond, like, Curry probably told them, like, nah, we can't get rid of Draymond, nigga. If you really watch basketball, you really watch Warrior games, bro, Draymond helps Curry get open 24/7. That is not something Poole can make up with his scoring. Poole can't do nothing to make. That's why I think if there was anybody to go out of the trio, it would be Klay Thompson, because Curry needs Draymond more than he needs Klay, especially now. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it would have been hard to say something like that. It would definitely been hard to say something like that. You know what I'm saying? Draymond would have got packed up. But today, that's why I was upset, because I feel like, although, bro, I understand Klay has done so much for the franchise and everything. This is basketball at the end of the day. It's still a business. Klay should have got traded, and we should have kept Poole, but I understand the punch ruined all that, man.
Just 2
because
players
Poole's better than Klay. I'm sorry.
Assists,
I don't give a damn if he's inconsistent right now. He's on a bad team.
15 postseason games. Larry Bird and LeBron James. After storing through New Orleans
and young as well.
Houston, the Warriors punched their ticket into the NBA Finals to face LeBron's Cavs. With Cleveland shorthanded, the Dubs took care of business in Cleveland in Game 6, clinching the 2015 NBA championship as Andre.
People try to discredit it. It don't matter. Injuries happen all the time.
After 67 wins, leading the best offense and one of the
like
best
I say all the time.
NBA,
I say all the time that we would have won. I said in the beginning of the video, we would have won against the Raptors, but we were injured. But an L's an L. We got to take that. You feel me? Can't make excuses. Be like, oh, y'all wouldn't beat us. Like I mean, I can't say that. I did say that in the beginning of the video that they wouldn't beat us, but. Because they wouldn't, bro. We had KD. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was beating us. Everybody in the league knows this, bro. So I don't even want to hear none of your snotty, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear none of y'all in the comments, bro.
And winning the title, the Warriors officially arrived as the next powerhouse of the NBA. But if you thought they couldn't get any better, The 2015-16 Warriors shattered even the most unbreakable records. This one is non-debatable. The Warriors changed the NBA more than any team has in a sport ever before. It's a mouthful to say, but it's the undeniable truth. During the 2015...
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon.
That's when Curry did the first
Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Look away.
16 season. The Golden State Warriors, led by Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, got up just over 1,500 three-pointers between the two of them and connected on an astounding 678 threes. That's more than a lot of teams can attempt in a season. My goodness.
Crazy.
And that was when the NBA was still evolving to become the perimeter-focused league it is today.
Yeah.
The Warriors kicked off the season with a bang with 20.
That's what, bro, and this is why people bro, people really think I'll be tweaking. Like, listen, I understand Curry's not the GOAT physically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron, you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anybody in the league who can hold LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron is unguardable. You know what I'm saying? That's why he has the most points. You talk about longevity, you know that, but regardless of LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can hold that nigga. I'm sorry. You feel me? Like, MJ, you wouldn't be able to hold LeBron. I'm just giving it a buck. You feel me? But this nigga Curry, bro, he like genuinely changed the game, bro. If you watch basketball, that's why I said, bro, in like 10, 15 years, bro, when the league is all shooting, they add a 4-point line, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on the court can shoot a 3. It's all perimeter plays. Like, we're going to be talking about it's because of Curry, bro. That's why I call him the GOAT, bro. He legit changed the game. You know what I'm saying? The same way people call Wilt, some people call Wilt the GOAT, but, you know what I'm saying, nowadays we're not going to call him that shit. He changed the game in ways that he changed rules and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This nigga genuinely changed the fucking game. Basketball is not played the same way it was 10 years ago, 20 years. Like, it's because of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because of him.
Defeat against the Bucks in December. They had all.
And let's be real, basketball nowadays is better. Like,
ever.
You know what I'm saying?
They
the way we play and
at
shit,
home
but
and on the road.
it's because of Curry.
54-game winning streak at home and breaking their franchise record.
Curry and the Warriors, but Curry.
The Dubs were practically unstoppable, going the entire regular season without back-to-back losses and avoiding defeats from the same team twice, which has never been seen before in NBA history. Steve Kerr was named Coach of the Year, while Steph bagged the MVP title for the second consecutive season and is the first unanimous winner.
But they keep home, my man, bro. They won't give him another
one. Let's not forget the All-Star selection of Steph, Dre, and Klay, which made it the first time the Warriors had a trio in the All-Star game since 1976.
Jeez.
In the playoffs, they set the NBA record for threes made in a playoff game against the Rockets, hitting 21 of 40, and went on to break the 1,000 three-pointers mark in a single season. After wiping out the Rockets and the Trailblazers in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the Warriors set up a Western Conference Finals matchup against the Oklahoma City Thunder. After the Thunder
Klay need to go back to the goatee and the mustache.
Golden State faced the dreaded 3-1 deficit. Well, cue the comeback of the century. Klay Thompson went supernova as Game 6 Klay was born, dropping a series-high 41 points and draining an NBA playoff record 11 threes.
Bro, these niggas could not
hold
him.
Oh my God. Saved the season. But in the end, they couldn't.
But everybody knows that.
It was the second splash.
This Klay? Goatee and mustache Klay? Bro, this was when the nigga was lethal, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Same with untucked Jersey Kyrie, bro.
Yet, that gave birth to another dynamic era in Golden State. In the summer of 2016, Kevin Durant shocked everyone by leaving the Oklahoma City Thunder to join the Golden State Warriors. It seemed unfair. The most explosive team of the decade just added one of the best players in the league. KD signed a 2-year deal, instantly turning the Warriors into a new powerhouse with 4 All-NBA players.
That's why Draymond keep giving them the smoke, bro. You keep joining all these super teams, bro. It ain't gonna be nothing like the Warriors, bro. Just come back. You might as well just come back, bro.
2017 regular season with force, and Steph Curry played his part by smashing the
Suns
NBA
ain't on
record
it.
for most three-pointers in a game.
Brooklyn wasn't on it.
13 against the Pelicans in a 116-106 win in early November.
You need us, bro.
And then, not to be outdone, Klay Thompson went off on the 5th of December, scoring a mind-blowing 60 points in just 29 minutes against the Pacers, becoming the first player to hit 60 in under half an hour of play. Steph, KD, Draymond, and Klay were all named to the 2017 NBA All-Star Game, making the Warriors only the 8th team in NBA history with 4 All-Stars. On the 10th of February 2017, Draymond Green recorded a triple-double unlike any other in NBA history. 12 rebounds, 10 assists, and 10 steals, becoming the first player ever to pull off a triple-double with fewer than 10 points. Steph might have dialed it back a bit in the regular season, but come playoffs, he was on fire, averaging 28.1 points, 6.7 assists, and 6.2 rebounds, with shooting splits of 48, 42, and 90. Looking back on it, this team had assets for days, a perfect collection of pieces that fit. That defensive unit of KD, Klay, Draymond, and Iggy was like a fortress against modern NBA offenses. Their regular season record of 67-15 secured home court advantage throughout the 2017 playoffs. When the playoffs rolled around, Golden State made quick work in the first 2 rounds. In Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals against the San Antonio Spurs, Steph erupted for 40 points, including a clutch-tying three-pointer with 1 minute 48 seconds left, helping the Warriors rally from a 25-point hole to win 113-111. Steph's 36
and that's kind of why I feel
sealed
like Klay is also kind of trash right now. You feel me? Like, It's the consistency, but I think it's because, you know what I'm saying, the league never, the league's defense back then, like, even in, like, you know what I'm saying, the 10s or whatever, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't that good compared to today. So, like, Klay's not getting open like how he used to get open. You can say maybe it's because he's not fast enough and all that, but he's just not getting open. At the end of the day, he ain't getting open the way he used to get open. If we had KD, bro, he's getting open way more because there's way more spacing on the floor. That's why we had a death lineup in 2022 with Poole. It got niggas open more. You feel me? That's just how I feel,
with a 129-115 victory, propelling the Warriors to the NBA Finals for the third
Curry with the
consecutive
sleeve,
year,
I remember
and making
this.
history as the first team ever to start the playoffs at 12-0. The Warriors faced off against the Cleveland Cavaliers for the third straight finals with both
NBA
teams
jerseys
one apiece
used to look
previous
so
two.
good, bro,
But this
compared
time,
to today's
the
jerseys.
Warriors
I don't
were
like
an
today's
entirely
jerseys.
different monster. KD's 35 points per game throughout the series was the highest, and the Cavs just couldn't figure out how to contain him. And let's be real, trying to stop a 7-foot star who can shoot the lights out and drive to the hoop with finesse is a nightmare, especially when he's backed by an army of sharpshooters. The Warriors were a superior force with their dream team of 2 MVPs, 2 All-Stars, and a bench that could rival many team starters. In Game 5, KD dropped a whopping 39 points, shooting the lights out, securing his first NBA championship. KD's performance earned him the
And this was the
MVP
best
with
KD.
a
I don't care what y'all say.
129-112.
I don't care what y'all say, bro. I don't care what y'all say. This is the best KD on a team. I'm not going to say best KD as in, like, talent. Although his defense was the best on Golden State. You know what I'm saying? But OKC, there's nothing that's going to be OKC KD. But as for him playing with a team, bro, this was the best KD we've seen. And it's because the Warriors were that good. You know what I'm saying? That's why he wanted to play with us, bro. Our offense was that good, and he wanted to play with an offensive team
Game
like
5,
that.
the Warriors claimed their second title in 3 years. The Warriors secured the best winning percentage in NBA playoff history with a 16-1 record. They rolled through the regular season with a stunning 67-15 record, blew through the playoffs with a 16-1 run, coming oh so close to that elusive postseason sweep. When you watched them play, it felt like they were rewriting the rules of basketball. I mean, their offensive rating hit 115.6, a record at that time, and their defense was just as intimidating with a rating of 104. Klay, Steph, and KD all ranked in the top 16 in points per isolation possession among the 107 players who isolated at least 50 times. How on
how
earth
do you guard
was
that?
anyone stopping that? During the 2017-18 season, the Warriors knew it was all about the playoffs as they coasted through the 82 games, focusing on the chance to win back-to-back titles. After taking down both the Spurs and the Pelicans with convincing
I remember that.
they
Oh
faced
my
off against the
gosh.
Titans.
He had Harden lost, bro. In real time, bro. If y'all seen that in real time,
really
he had him
expected
lost.
Seeded Houston Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. Things got intense when they found themselves down 3-2 against the Rockets after Game 5, but the Warriors bounced back and won the series 4-3, clinching the Western Conference title for the 4th straight year.
Houston
Then
was
came
the
another
biggest
final
threat,
showing.
though. Houston was the biggest threat to us. I won't cap. You feel me? Watching Game 7 was... Or not Game 7, Game 6, bro. Watching that, man. Oh my gosh.
Go down against the Cavs. The Warriors showed their dominance throughout the series, even overcoming LeBron's offensive masterclass throughout the series with ease. The Dubs coasted to a 4-0 sweep against the mightily undermanned Cavs team, but in the end, the Warriors won their second title. The following season, the Warriors were eyeing that elusive three-peat. Klay
Yeah.
Thompson set the stage by breaking the three-pointer record in a game with a jaw-dropping...
Like,
42
Klay's not getting
points.
open like that
And with
nowadays.
the Warriors this time was DeMarcus Cousins, joining in the offseason, giving them a ridiculous 5 All-Star players in the starting lineup. Is that unfair or what?
Yeah, that
On
shit's
January
insane.
15th,
He was
2019,
an All-Star,
against
though?
the
Billy was
Nuggets,
All-Star?
the Warriors smashed a record with 51 points in the first quarter, with the Big Three combining for double-digit three-pointers made. When the postseason rolled around, the Warriors somehow hit an even higher ceiling when they lost KD to injury against the Rockets. In Game 6, with the Rockets facing elimination on their home court, Steph went off in the second half to punch Golden State's ticket into the Western Conference Finals. And that's
Yeah,
when
bro.
Steph
Game
would hit
6 was fucking
another
crazy.
dimension. Despite leading in Games 2, 3, and 4...
Because Curry
the
was
Trailblazers were
scoreless in
swept
the
by
first
Warriors.
half. Curry was scoreless in the first half, and I think he went for 30 in the second. I believe it was 30. You know what I'm saying? And we won.
Warriors squandering double-digit leads
Curry's
each
the GOAT.
time. With a sweep against the Blazers, the Warriors secured their 5th consecutive NBA
Niggas
Finals
trying to say
berth,
Dame's
joining
better.
the
Stop.
Celtics in
We didn't even
achieving
have
this
KD for
milestone.
that series.
Steph surpassed Shaquille O'Neal for most
Stop.
points in a sweep with 146 points total through those 4 games. The Warriors' performance without their top scorer KD sparked debates about their dependency on him. While some argued they weren't a better team without him, the Warriors adapted their 2014 to 2016 style, playing faster and sharper basketball, cutting harder and passing more. Aside from Steph, Draymond played the best basketball of his life with a playoff average of
'Cause with
14
KD,
points
the
per
ball
game,
got slowed
10
down a little
rebounds,
bit 'cause he
and 8
played a little
assists per game,
ISO.
proving that the Warriors could play a different brand of basketball if they had to. Facing the Raptors in the NBA Finals, the Warriors were hampered with injuries. But given their winning pedigree, they were on the verge of forcing a Game 7 back in Oracle Arena had Klay not gone down with an ACL tear. Still, the Warriors from 2015 to 2019 pulled off 5 consecutive NBA Finals
appearances. And bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was literally thinking about this like last week, bro. Like, it hurts so much because we don't even know what Klay would have looked like if he didn't tear his Achilles. You know what I'm saying? He could have still been Klay, just from an ACL tear. But we never got to see it, bro, because the Knicks tore his Achilles, bro. Oh, my God.
Something this league has only seen once before, and that was from Bill Russell's Celtics in the 60s.
Injuries happen.
Injuries may have stripped them of making a three-peat history, but the Dubs weren't down and out just yet. After injury-ravaged seasons in 2020 and 2021, the Warriors flipped a switch in 2022. They started the 2021-2022 season in red-hot form, fueled by Steph's exceptional
bro, it just felt like we were going to the finals.
18-3 to start the season.
Yeah.
Despite Klay Thompson's absence, emerging talents like Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins stepped up big. Poole's performances earned him recognition, even topping the entire league in free throw percentage at 92.5%. Steph continued rewriting record books, becoming the all-time three-point leader, and despite battling injuries, his MVP caliber play propelled the Warriors, securing a 3rd seed in the West.
Where y'all daddies?
Before breaking the all-time three-point record, Steph dominated.
Same with the Grizzlies.
27.6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals, while shooting 40% from 3 and 93% from the free throw line. In those 27 games, the Warriors boasted a stellar 22-5 record, with Steph dropping 4 40-plus point games, including a memorable 50-point performance against the Hawks. In the playoffs, the Warriors leaned on Klay Thompson's return against the Grizzlies, securing the series by Game 6 after Morant's injury. Jordan Poole shined too, scoring 30 points in multiple playoff games. Andrew Wiggins stepped up with a playoff career-high 27 points and 11 rebounds in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals against the Mavericks. They might not have had the overwhelming talent like they had in the past, but these Warriors were proving to be just as scary. In the finals against the Celtics, Steph Curry unleashed an epic performance in Game 4 with the Warriors down 2-1, dropping a mind-blowing 43 points, including a clutch late three-pointer to even the series. Wiggins also notched 26 points and 13 rebounds in a crucial Game 5 win, while his lockdown defense on Tatum proved invaluable. Steph would follow up with 34 points.
That's not even Wiggins no more,
6
bro.
3-pointers, 7 rebounds, and
bro cut his hair, forgot how to
act. The charge to a resounding 103-90 victory, clinching another NBA championship for Golden State. Steph captured his first Bill Russell Finals MVP award, officially proving his naysayers dead wrong. The Dubs captured their 4th title in 8 seasons, capping off one of the most historic runs in NBA history. From breaking records, rewriting history, and changing the game, to boasting some of the most unfair collection of talent, the greatest shooter in NBA history at his peak, arguably the 2nd greatest shooter ever, a 7-foot monster, even all-star talents coming off the bench. The Warriors in their prime were a squad that no team in league history wanted to see. But now comes the million-dollar question. Was the Warriors' peak higher than MJ's Bulls, Russell's Celtics?
Nah, bro, we only got 4. You feel me? We only got 4. You know what I'm saying? And although I do think we can get another chip, the dynasty's over, though. As for, like, running through the league, every year we in contention, you feel me? The dynasty's over. It is. Because I say next year, if we don't win the chip next year, I don't think we're going to win it this year. I'm going to be honest, but I just don't. The league's too big, and we don't got enough size, bro. So I'm hoping in the offseason we really do try to get some size. But my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying, if we don't win next year, it's done. It's done, Zoes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're going to get somebody in the offseason. I feel like we're going to get somebody big because Klay's going to take a low ball when it comes to money, you feel me? So I feel like we're gonna get somebody in the offseason and we're gonna try to make a run next year. But if we can't get it next year, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's over, man. But road to 10K, bro. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.